Jennifer.
Hey, and I guess you'll probably notice that we have changed our YouTube channel a little bit.
Yeah, it's called Learning in Our PJs now.
That's right, because we're going to do more than just cooking. Granted, we're still working in the kitchen.
And we're doing something from, I don't think y'all have watched it yet, but it's called Project MC Square. And that's its theme song.
Yes, maybe they have watched it. Maybe they like it. But we have discovered Project MC Square.
And my favorite is Adrian Adams.
And it's a really fun show about how we can use science and technology. We can engineer, use art and math in order to
schoolwork,
solve problems. And so we're going to be doing one of their projects called
Fizz.
Bath Fizz. Now, there is some science behind this, and if you will stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a video series called Ask Mr. Rob, and he is going to be answering some science questions for us about how things like chemical reactions, which is what we're working with today, work and why they happen. All right? So with the Bath Fizz that we're making, what these are they are simply little tablets, or in this case, giant balls of things that go together. When put with water, they make a huge fizz, and we'll show you at the end of our video exactly what kind of fizz we're talking about and how much fun it's going to be in the bathtub. Okay?
Looks like a bowl.
Yes, this is from one of the Project MC Square project kits that we got for Christmas, right? You got this for Christmas. You got a couple of them, right? So let's go ahead and get started. All right. First things first. Even though we're not cooking, all right, we are still working with things that require adult supervision, okay? They're not necessarily chemicals that you would find in a laboratory, though some labs do use these chemicals, but anytime you're using chemicals, you always need grown-up supervision and permission, okay?
And you also need to pull your hair back.
That's right. Even though we're not cooking, you want your hair back out of your face. You don't want your hair falling into the stuff. You don't want to get the stuff in your hair.
And for my extra bangs, wearing a sleep mask.
Yes, because, well, we're still in our PJs, right? So why not a sleep mask? All right, so grown-up supervision and permission, pull your hair back, and it's always a good thing to wash or keep your hands really clean when you're working with chemicals because you don't want other stuff going on in your project. But that being said, you could also wear gloves, okay? We're good today. We're not worried about that. I will take my jewelry off, though, because I don't want this in my jewelry, and we will be using our hands. So I'm going to take my jewelry off, all right? We're not going to worry about gloves because these are not chemicals that are going to hurt your skin, all right? If it's safe enough to put in your bathtub, it's going to be safe enough to use your hands with, okay? So we're going to get started with baking soda, all right?
Baking soda? This is a big bag.
It is a big bag,
it's
all right?
It's really heavy.
Baking soda is used for a lot of things around the house. You can clean with it. You can put it in your laundry. You can bake with it. You can also brush your teeth with it.
I do not want to do that.
Grace doesn't either, apparently. When you use baking soda to brush your teeth, it not only polishes your teeth, like it gets the stuff, well, hello, Grace. It gets stuff off your teeth, but it also helps whiten your teeth and make your teeth nice and bright and white. So we're going to start out with 1 cup of baking soda. Sorry, it's a cup of baking soda. But we have a half cup measure, so how many of these do we need to get one whole? If we have 2 halves, we get 1 whole, right? So we need how many more of these?
One
more, because this is half a cup, and we need 1 cup of baking soda. All right. There's that. Great.
Well, we can just
now,
use 1 cup.
Yes, but we pulled out a half cup measure because we only need half a cup of citric acid. All right.
And here we go.
Citric acid is used as a preservative when people are canning their vegetables and that kind of thing.
It sounds like a maraca.
It does kind of sound like a maraca. All right, so citric acid.
I could use that if I were...
We just want half a cup.
If I were Adrian Adams, I would use those types of shakers as maracas.
Yeah, you probably would, wouldn't you? All right, so there's half a cup of citric acid. Woo! It's got a poof. Don't breathe it in. I mean, it's not going to kill you, but don't breathe it in. Okay, we don't breathe stuff in. All right.
Here is Dr. Teal.
This is called Epsom salt. This is a different kind of salt that has a very high magnesium content.
We don't put it in restaurants.
We don't cook with Epsom salt, but it has health benefits and that kind of thing. You need half a cup of Epsom salt. All right.
Yeah.
So here's that. No, Don't want to just eat this kind of salt.
Hello,
You
Grace.
can ingest it, but I don't recommend it. It's anyway.
Hey, Grace.
We're gonna take a whisk. Okay,
Whisk it all up.
whisk it together.
It's a whisk.
Don't pop it. Just whisk it all the way down to the bottom. Get it to the bottom, and whisk it all up. We want it evenly mixed up. See the salt kind of has some rocks in it. You know, like the big pieces. You want to kind of get those all broken up. Yep, good. Keep going. Bring everything from the bottom to the top and everything from the top to the bottom. There you go. Keep it going. Keep it going. And you just want to whisk it until all the dry ingredients here are evenly mixed, all right? Make sure you get all the way to the bottom.
I look like a witch stirring in her cauldron.
Yeah, I guess you kind of do. Can I have a turn?
Yes.
Thanks. All right.
So
Dig down in there.
the
All right.
good news
Again,
is-
don't breathe in there. It's poofing. All right.
the good news is I'm not breathing it in. Bad
Good.
news, it's poofing.
That's all right. Woo.
And good news, I have
What's the good
something
news?
comfortable.
What's the good news?
I have something comfortable.
Okay, what's that?
It's our doggy.
Ah, yes. You're using her as a footstool, aren't you? Okay.
Yes, I am.
We have a teaspoon. Isn't it so quaint? All right, we're going to take this teaspoon,
Teaspoon.
and
I
you
got
hold
some
it, and I'm
benefits
going to
there.
pour in 1 teaspoon of water. Okay, hold it over the bowl, and pour that in there. Woo, look at that. Fizz and bubble, fizz and bubble.
It's already fizzing.
All right, we use sunflower oil. We don't use olive oil. I mean, we cook with it and stuff, but for skin and that kind of thing related stuff, we use sunflower oil.
It's fizzy.
Yes, it has less of a smell.
It's fizzy
It
like
leaves less
peanut.
of a greasy residue. We need 3 of these. 3 teaspoons of this oil. Okay? You could use any cold press vegetable-based oil.
Or you could just use any type of
good.
vegetable-based oil.
We are also
Fizzing it up.
going to add some essential oils for fragrance. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a natural scent.
There's
Hayes
oil.
has her favorites. Let's do about 6 of those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and we're going to do 3 Joy. This is just a citrusy floral smell.
Blah.
All right. And if you wanted to get really adventuresome, you could put some
Even-
food coloring in there.
Yeah.
And add color to your bath fizz.
Yeah.
But we
But-
don't want to do that.
No, because we don't want to stay in bathtubs. Or me.
Or people. That's right.
Children.
Now, if you used a water-based food coloring, I'm sure it would be fine. I don't have water-based food coloring. All I have are gel-based. And those
Yeah.
things don't come off very easily, especially on your skin. Okay? It
Or
takes a
on your
couple
dog's
days.
fur, because I don't want my dog in that
Yeah,
type
don't
of
use it
bath.
there either. All right. We have a couple of different methods we're going to use for making these easy to
Are we shaking?
contain. We are going to fill up this guy, both halves.
Both
Okay.
halves. And it's Adrian's.
Let's see if I can open it. There we go.
She's from Spain.
Now, so we're going to use our hands for this part. Let me make sure I get it all off the bottom and mix up.
And I gotta go wash my hands.
No, you're good. You're good. We're clean. Okay. We
Okay.
haven't. It's okay. We're clean.
Oh, cool.
I know it's been a few minutes, but it'll be okay. Okay. This is kind of like a snowy consistency. All right. It's not. It doesn't stick to you. Okay.
Very
So your
liquidy.
goal is for it to not stick to you. Now, before it dries out, you want to pack your molds. This is the first mold we're going to fill. All right. We're going to fill it and we're going to pack it.
Mommy, you do one side, I'll do the other.
You get it in there. I'm going to pack it down. I'll pack it. You just keep filling.
Filling it up.
Okay.
Up.
Now, that
Up.
bubbling that you saw when you added water, that was
Fizz.
a chemical reaction. Okay. It was releasing oxygen. Get in there. We gotta go quicker. All right. It was releasing oxygen when those chemicals met together. All right. Let's do this side. Good.
Thanks for packing it down.
Keep going. You just fill it up. I'll keep packing around. 'Cause we don't want it to dry out, and we got a couple other molds we're gonna fill up. Grace wants in on this action, I think.
Yeah, she does.
All right.
Really, she does.
Keep going. Keep going. All right. Let's do one more big one right up here
Yeah, everyone.
and
idea.
on this side. Now, all right. We'll pack it down tight. Now this guy, he's just going to close up like this,
Yeah.
And he's probably going to take about, I would say this guy, he's big enough. He's going to take about an hour, maybe longer, to really set and dry, okay?
Probably 61 minutes.
We'll set him right here in this little bowl. Now, I also have a cake pop pan, okay? We're going to fill up these little guys. Put it in. Pack it down. Thank you, Grace. Don't fling it. Please don't fling it.
Pack it down.
All right.
Packing it down. Packing it down.
So we're going to fill this up. Both halves. Set it on top of each other. Okay. So we are going to take our cake ball pan.
You call it cake ball.
It's a cake ball pan. That's what it is, okay? So we're going to take our cake ball pan and we're going to just let them set up together. Okay, we're going to flip them together and we're going to let them set up. These will probably only take 30 to 45 minutes, all right, to completely harden and all that jazz. Can we do it without making a huge, gigantic mess? Boom! Cake ball pan.
Yeah, I love my mommy.
Okay. So we're going to let these sit, and then we'll come back and show you what happens when you use these bath fizzies in the water. So, a word of warning, okay? Here's my life lesson that I learned the hard way. If you're not careful and you get water in your cake pop pan full of bath fizz, that bath fizz will start to foam, and it will foam and grow, and it will ruin every bath fizz bomb in that cake pan, okay? So, because I made that mistake, I had to quickly remake some more, all right? And this time, I put them in my silicone mold, all right? My little guy right here, and I pushed him down in there, and I'm not gonna lie, I think that one, he was much easier because I didn't have to try to put them together. You know, I would have liked the little round bath balls. That would have been really cute. But these are going to be way easier to get out. All right, so that's just a word to the wise, a little word of warning from the oops, that's what I did. Don't use water or have water or any liquid, really, that could spill into your cake pop pan or whatever pan you choose to use to make your bath fizz. All right, so there you go. All right.
So these are made.
We got these, the dried out little
They're all
bath
dried
bombs.
out.
We're going to store them in an airtight container.
And
all right. My jar is obviously not big enough, so I'm going to have to get another jar to put the rest of them in. That's all right. All right. We're going to show you what happens when you use these. Obviously, in your bathtub, if you do the gigantic ball, it's going to be a lot more fizz. It's going to be a lot more fun if you add color.
Fizzy
you can
fun.
add, that's right, fizzy fun. Let me add this real quick. You can put in a few drops of food coloring, okay, and make it colored. We talked about that.
Yes.
You can also use these, any mom out there, you can add a couple of drops, probably 6 to 8 drops of lemon essential oil in your mix when you make these, and just occasionally drop one in your toilet, in the bowl, okay, and let it fizzy clean your toilet. Flush it and just see how much cleaner it is. All right, so you can use these to clean with. You can use them to bubble bath in, you know, whatever. All right, so are you ready? All right, put this guy in the bowl. Drop him in the bowl like you would if this was your bathtub. All right, and then when we put our water in,
it fizzes.
Do you see?
It's fizzing.
The fizzy action that's going on? Yeah. And so the bigger the tablet, right? The bigger the ball, the bigger the tablet, the bigger the fizz. Yeah. And so then it would also fizz in color. It's got the scent that you put in it. All right. Also, another use for these, you could add some kind of essential oil, like a thieves blend. You can do one more. Yeah, just drop it in there. Woohoo! There it goes. You could add thieves essential oil and do a bath soak for when people in the family are not feeling so hot, when you start feeling the sickies come on.
Or peppermint.
Fantastic for detoxing and that kind of thing. So these can be used. Or you
could do peppermint.
Yeah, peppermint would be good if you had like a stuffy face.
Or if it was Christmas time and you wanted to smell, well, pepperminty.
Yeah, you could smell like a candy cane if you wanted to.
If you wanted to see how this one's going, bam.
Yep, that one is
almost dry.
You see, and the longer it fizzes, the bigger it is, the longer it fizzes. So these are multi-purpose. It's not just for bath time fun, even though that's what we're using it for, right? You'll be using yours at bath time tonight?
Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big one. But anyway, so multi-purpose when it comes to these fizzy bombs.
I love these.
If you make them, we'd love to know.
Yeah, and and you can take a picture of one and you can send them to us on Facebook.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And you can show us what color they were or what they did.
Right. So, thanks for joining us on Learning in Our PJs. We'll do another video sometime and share what we're learning in that. And in the meantime, bye.
Bye. See you again next time.